Good morning and welcome to Year 4's reading comprehension for today. Pull the other one. A few questions just for you to consider. Who pays you a visit when your tooth falls out? When do they visit? What do they come for? What do they usually leave behind? Where is this normally left? I'll give you a clue. Look at the picture. Pause now and think about your answers. Okay, pull the other one. A pound? A pound? For a tooth? For a tooth? That's £20 per child. I'm not made of money, you know. We're supposed to give them silver. Silver, not gold. Could you imagine if we had to play this game with Granny Smith over there and a new set of pearly whites? That would have cost me another £32. I'd be bankrupt. 10 pence was the rate when I was a youngster. 10 pence! No, it simply won't do. Take it back. Take it back? And where exactly do you want me to stick it when I get there? Under her pillow or back in her mouth? Stick it on the pillow, on the windowsill, and cover it with fairy dust for all I care. Just get my pound back. Okay, so a bit of vocabulary here. Pound, money, supposed, silver, gold, imagine, bankrupt, pence, rate, youngster, pillow, windowsill. Pause now and think about what these words mean. Okay, so pound is a unit of money. We use them in this country. Money is coins and notes that we use to buy things. Suppose it's meant to be silver, a precious metal, gold, a soft yellow precious metal. Imagine is to use your mind to think about what could happen. Bankrupt means you've got no money left. Pence is a unit of currency. Rate, in money terms, is the expected amount. Youngster, someone who's young. Pillow, that should be soft stuff material to lay your head in. And a windowsill is a ledge underneath a window. So think now about the gist of what this text is actually on about. Pause now and think about your answer. So the gist is a conversation between the tooth fairy and her boss. It's obviously not gone too well because he seems to be rather cross. So go back to question stems, and I know I went through this the other day, and I'm going to do this day after day after day. But remember who, what, when, where, and why. Each one of these generates a different type of answer. Who, the answer is a person. What, it's an object or a thing. When, it's a time reference. Where, it'll be a location or place. Why, requires a further explanation. Now, when we're searching a text for an answer, we need to use keywords, okay? So you find that keywords within the text. You then read the sentences around it to contextualize it, and then check that it's the sort of answer that you're looking for by referring back to the question stem. So choose the word wisely. So, for example, a text on the tooth fairy, the word tooth is probably not a useful word to use, given the fact that it's mentioned throughout the entire text. So here's an example. In a text on teeth, searching for the word tooth or teeth is not useful, as I've just said. So if you look at this sentence, where do you put your tooth if it has fallen out? Where and put indicate a location. The key word here is put. So you would scan the text for the word put. When it's located, read the sentence around it, and check that your answer matches the question stem. A bit of a guide to this. L is a literal question. That means that the answers are in the text. You just have to find them. Use the keyword scanning strategy that I've just been through. V is vocabulary. That's word choice. Why has the author chosen these particular words and phrases? Deductive is D. It's based on the evidence within the text. Clues. Evaluative provides an opinion based on evidence within the text. You need to make sure you back it up with evidence from the text. That's absolutely essential. Inference is similar to deductive, but it requires interpretation of beyond the text. You read between the lines. Authorial, the author's choice of language features. It's used to engage the reader. So a couple of questions for you to consider. What did the tooth fairy leave under the pillow? This is a deductive question. What should she have left? Another deductive question. Pause now and think about your answers. What are pearly whites? That's a vocabulary question. Where is this conversation taking place? That's an inference question. So, your questions today are, what are pearly whites? Where is this conversation taking place? What did the tooth fairy leave under the pillow? What should the tooth fairy have left under the pillow? Why might the author have used capital letters? Why is the tooth fairy boss so angry? Where must the tooth fairy return? Why? Does the tooth fairy want to return?